everybody, how are we today? Australian time, it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon on a Saturday. I'm thinking it's probably really late in America right now. But welcome everyone. Thanks to my subscribers. And as you can see in the comments, I'm still trying to work out what I'm doing, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm going to play Voices Behind the Walls last little live because I find the whole thing quite a joke. You know, after every interview they've done with Donald Wells, they couldn't wait to try and debunk everything everyone was saying with him. Did you notice on their live yesterday there was no interview with Donald Wells and there was no debunking anything of the allegations that come out about their child abuse history? Not a word until somebody said so in chat and brought it up. And then, as you'll see, if you haven't already watched it, I'm going to play it because she come for me as well, but I'll get onto that in a minute. Again, mind you, and initially I was really nice to this girl, but no more. I'm just going to say it how it is without being hateful. But you want to call me out, I'm going to respond. That's just who I am. I'm not going to take your shit and lie down and, oh my God, she's got so many more subscribers to me. You know, I should watch my back. No, that's not how it works here. You want to call me out, I'll call you out. Firstly, I would recommend you buy a dictionary. Learn your vocabulary. This girl, which you'll see in her video, thinks being deployed is exactly the same as being deported. Like, seriously? That was the highlight of their life. She is dumb as dog shit. Anyway, we'll watch that in a second. Yeah, so with the Don Wells interview, they didn't have one yesterday. Not that I was surprised, but they didn't have him on there to debunk any of his of the allegations that have come out about how they punch and kick their children. And it was stated 4 children, not just the boys, and lock them in the basement while they're screaming and crying and don't let them out. Can you imagine how hot that basement is for a start? Or how cold it is in winter? Like, these kids, seriously, oh my God, it makes me so angry. So they spent the first 8 minutes or so raving on about their fundraiser. Like, they deflected big time. Let's not discuss Don. Let's make a big thing over everyone saying our fundraiser was fake, and let's address that, you know? And people are throwing comments up there about them defending the child abuse allegations, the whole bit, and these two just didn't want to know about it. Their comment in the end was they haven't looked into their charges, their history of charges. How can you get up there and publicly defend a couple and have so much empathy and sympathy for people if you have not looked into it? Like, I just don't understand that. They are just making this shit up as they go and being exactly the same as Donald Wells and putting their head in the sand. Oh, we didn't know about that. I don't remember that. Like, exactly the same. If they aren't begging for money on every single channel, Mr. Prairie Dog as well. Like, I'm going off track here because I'm over this shit. But if anyone was in AB's channel yesterday, and listened to Prairie Dog and his begging for cash to pay for his credit card payments, and that is not a man in my outlook on life. I swear to God, if my husband got up and did that, I would knock him on the head. I wouldn't kill him or anything, but he'd get a good whack, because that is the most degrading, horrible. I just wouldn't allow it. I don't care whether I had 2 cents to my name. I would not beg for money. Yeah, insomnia, I have no clue. He says I'll try and find it and play it, because I'm not sure where I haven't subscribed to Prairie Dog or anything like that, and I haven't watched any of his stuff, because listening to her is bad enough. And I don't listen to all her stuff. It's only the stuff on Donald Wells and the interviews that I've actually watched of hers, because firstly, if you can't get deployment and deportment sorted out in your brain, yeah, you're not someone I'm going to actually learn anything off. I like to listen to educated people who at least know what words mean, you know. Hi, Anita. Hi, Ashley. Yeah, so on this Prairie Dog, he starts off with he needs money because he had a few things happen and his phone got the black screen, so he had to get a new phone. That wasn't a real big deal. But then his truck got, I don't know, but it went on for like 8 minutes of him telling you all the things that were wrong with his truck. So he had to go and buy a brand new truck, mind you. And then he's worried about paying his credit card off. So he wants everyone to send him $5 as a community experiment so that he can afford to pay his credit card off. And then you've got her on her channel begging for money to pay for their wedding. And then they wonder why people are having a go at them about their fundraiser. Like, they have no choice now. They have to donate that money that they raised on that particular whatever they did, I didn't even see it, to the Churchill Rescue Squad, because people are you can't beg for money on one channel and then do a fundraiser and say you can't pay. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Who does that shit? Come on now. Yeah, I'm fired up because it's not okay. Like, people shouldn't be on YouTube begging for money and then whinge when people question them on a fundraiser. Like, keep it real. And you're right, it's sickening. And yes, Miss Justice, they do need to both get jobs. Would she be allowed to work in Canada if she's only just gone there? Do you have to have like working visas and stuff like that? Because I have no doubt in my mind that that would be her excuse. She doesn't look like she's worked a day in her bloody life. Yeah, I'm going to be negative. I just don't give a shit anymore. Like, regardless of all their covering up for Donald Wells, what's angered me even more is the fact that they're trying to throw everyone out under the bus for being hateful, okay? There are reasons why people are throwing hate at them. If you can't see why, you have fewer brain cells than I tried to give you credit for. It's not that hard to work out. You are defending SA abuser. Yes, there's no proof that this was Summer's situation, but it most likely is. And child abusers. and you wonder why people are coming for you. You have to have a work permit, Miss Justice? Yeah, I thought so. That would be her excuse, I'd say. That'll be the first thing she'll run with. Oh, I can't work in Canada because I'm not a resident or whatever. But yeah, it's quite contradictory. Did you all watch the video she did yesterday? Yeah, so, and as for Benny Skis, we'll play it and I'll see if I can continue to talk over the top of it. As I said, guys, you know I'm new, but I am going to put it out there, no doubt. Oh, just before we get to this bit in the video, she calls me out because apparently I've got in one of my descriptions when I'm talking about them that I said, go over and do what you do to their link in my description. That was not trying to incite people. I'm just going to make this fact, to go over there and be hateful. Because in my eyes, it's an individual interpretation. Like, you go over there, whether you do thumbs up or thumbs down, that's your preference. It's not my preference. Like, that's just a phrase that people say, go and do what you do, you know, like, and I don't think it's just an Aussie thing. I was not trying to incite hate in any way, shape or form. I was just saying to people, go over and subscribe if you want. Go over and give a thumbs up or a thumbs, whatever you want to do, you go do that. That's your individual thing. That's not mine. So whether that's an Aussie expression, and I'm not using that as an excuse, but, you know, I'm going to put your link in my description. I am going to say to people, sorry, my throat is still not good. Go over there and leave comments, whatever you want to do. But I'm not telling you to go and do anything negative, if you like. But she called me out on that, so I'm just responding to that because, girl, that's not who I am. If I'm going to say something, I'll be right here saying that like I am now. So, yeah. There was another really good bit in it where they got a bit frustrated with each other and the tension was thick, man. I was like, wow, this is cool, you know, after they just finished saying how they don't argue. It was entertaining, I'll give them that. So anyway, they wouldn't talk about Don B's video or Mystery Angel's videos and pretended like nothing had come out. Yeah, they do that, don't they? But they're like, with all their begging for money and everything else they're doing, it's quite obvious that the interviews with Don are either to snap up that reward money when they catch him in a big slip up or get him comfortable enough to spill, and their clicks and views. I've got 200 and something subscribers. I'm not monetized. I would love to be. I'd like to have 1,000 views just so I can go outside and stream from my mobile and that sort of stuff. But hi, Kim. But yeah, I would never get on there and in one breath beg for money and brag about how many subscribers I've gotten since I've been interviewing Don Wells. Like, hell no. I have morals, and hopefully this will all come to an end soon and we can see who's right and wrong. But at the end of the day, it's not even about that. It's about 5-year-old little girl that nobody knows where she is. Yes, Miss Justice, I did see it, and I have got permission off Jay to play her video. She said it was completely fine. Yeah, I think Candace has got a longer criminal record than Donald, by the look of it. Pulled guns on people and everything. And what she's done to her first son, who was 2 when he was removed, and he has permanent brain damage for the rest of his life. Oh, thank you, Kim. Welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. It's still daunting to me to get on here and do this, but thank you all so much. Okay, so I'm going to start coughing again in a second. So we'll play this and you can have a bit of a laugh.
Hello, Autumn Rose.
This Wednesday.
Hello,
April.
GSD. Busy Mama.
Rebecca Fudge.
Guy down yonder. Lean on me. Diana. Yaya. Susan.
Juju.
Hello to. Hey, Debbie.
It's 3 hearts for some. For me. 3 hearts for me.
Just didn't get our messages, so there's that. But
See,
we're gonna show
what probably
you guys.
happened with that is Cher spoke with someone on the phone, or like
back in July,
a day or 2 before, or a few days before, and that person probably isn't the person that handles the Facebook.
Right? There's probably multiple people taking messages.
It's not just one
phone
person.
calls.
So we figured that's what happened, and they just didn't intercommunicate or whatever. For everyone who thinks that we did this and we're keeping the money,
no, and we'll go over that, but I want hubby to show he's going to show what he sent. So first I called the police department because we didn't want to make a donation to the reward fund. It was at 50,000 already. So we thought, because we had heard that Churchill Rescue Squad was needing donations and stuff like that, we chose Churchill Rescue Squad for donating to. Thank you, Kaz. And anyway, so I called the police station to just make sure of reliable places where to donate, and that's actually who I got the Churchill Rescue Squad from. Was the police station gave me their name. I then called them. They said they will accept. I let them know we were going to do a fundraiser. They thanked me, whatever, and said we could send a check or money order, and they gave us the address. Okay. Then that goes to us planning the fundraiser and setting it all up. He then reaches out to Churchill Rescue Squad on Facebook, and he will show you that message.
Yep. And they didn't reply. There was the auto reply.
Yep.
But that was just for me to show you all that I did tell them about it.
Back in July when we did
right before we went live, I wrote them and said, we're doing the fundraiser tonight.
I have no idea, Kathy, when the fundraiser was.
And we thought, no big deal.
That's fine. That's
must have been the 15th of July or something.
Right? So then these people start bothering and calling Churchill Rescue, and they say, we have no idea or no record of that. Well, it's probably true because they probably didn't remember who I was calling. But not only that, he said that he has had an outstanding amount of calls of people from all around the world that were calling in and stuff. So they probably just didn't remember me calling and asking. Okay. So anyways, I got upset and I started thinking, why are they lying? We did reach out. What is going on here? Thank you so much, Stacy. So I reached out to them. Thank you,
Kim.
And I
don't think I'm classy. I just
him reaching out to them. And I said, hey, what's up with
I'm
that?
just
Like,
being
we
me,
did
but
reach
I
out to
can't
you.
handle this crap.
Sorry, let me find it now because I have so many messages.
They basically said that they
Right
were
here.
just now.
So yeah, so I sent it to them, and they
Like they want
responded with,
money,
and
$5
this is,
off everybody to pay for their
or
credit card. But
yesterday at
check out their
2:24 in the morning.
setup.
We are just now seeing these messages come through
Hang on
our
a sec.
agents.
I've just got to say this because they're things I think of, and I'm just going to, you know how you watch someone's YouTube and you sit there with your little earbuds in or whatever, and you think these things to yourself. But this gives me an opportunity to say what I think when I'm watching them. Now, they're on here begging for money for their credit card, and now he's got this brand new truck he's got to pay for and everything, okay? But check out their YouTube setup for a start. You can't tell me they're short on funds if they can afford virtual backdrops and green screens and their setups. Like, none of that stuff's cheap. Yet he even says on what AB pulled up yesterday that he's cut back on things like his StreamYard and some other tech thing. And I thought, dude, you are so full of shit. No, that Miss Justice, I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Shares, them backgrounds are virtual. So that's not their actual house. They're, so you get a green sheet thing and put behind you, and then in your video editor, you can add virtual backgrounds. So every screen that is behind them is virtual. It's not their actual house. And these things aren't cheap. Yeah, it is a green screen. And she even showed it. It might have been on this video, I'm not sure. But I looked into getting a green screen set up as well. And that I'm just way too green, if you like. I haven't learned how to do all of this stuff yet, but I think it looks cool. But if you're begging for money, surely you cut back on stuff like that. You know, that's just my opinion. But yeah, they don't seem to want to go without anything to fund their stuff. We'll keep going.
We have been asked if we had seen money that was collected for our agency, and we responded, no, we had not. We had not responded back as we were unaware of anything going on. Okay? So, yes, they did know. And as you can see, his message to them was July 14th.
Yeah, I'll put it up here.
So, yes.
It was July 19th. It was the day of the fundraiser. Let's give that a second to focus.
So,
it says, hello, I wanted to let you know that we are doing a fundraiser for you guys tonight on my YouTube channel. I'll attach the link. And if any of you would be able to swing by, you're definitely welcome to.
yeah, they want you to show it on the screen.
You're good, Miss Justice. I only know because I'd Googled it.
That's the auto reply. Thanks for contacting
I used
us.
to watch
Received your
SP all the
message.
time,
Appreciate reaching
and
out.
she had
Days
one.
is
And I thought, oh, that looks so good. I'd love to be able to do that.
19th, the day of the stream.
But it's like
That
everything.
guy down yonder. Okay, so now let's
Baby
go on
steps.
to explaining how YouTube payments work and how we do not get paid. So like these super chats now that you guys are giving me today on August, whatever day we're on, 19th, I will not get this payment until December.
No, not December. September.
September. So it's a month behind.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
Tammy.
YouTube doesn't pay. What do you want to do? YouTube doesn't pay you every day. Like if someone sends a super chat, YouTube doesn't just send you that money. It's a month behind. Every YouTuber who's monetized knows this. The problem is they know that they're wrong. They know that they're lying. but they're not going to bother correcting themselves because they love the freaking drama.
Oh, please.
Tomorrow is when it'll all get issued, and I'll probably get the money in my account within 3 or 4 days.
Thank you, Adrian.
As soon as that money is in my account, I'm making a video with the check and the envelope. I'm going to do it all in one shot. I'm going to walk out to the mailbox and put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they're going to say, well, he'll just stop payment on the check. So, a couple of weeks down the road, when the money comes out of my account, I will do another video and show that.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have to shut up.
And
how many of you idiots out there are going to apologize, I wonder?
Trust me,
nobody.
Nobody will. But we will be actually. It's sad that I will have to ask for some kind of documentation that we made a donation.
Because you beg all the time for money.
Hypocrites.
By the
I'm
way,
going to write a letter too.
That's it. You'll never see us do a fundraiser for good again.
No.
Like,
we will never.
Why would you say
again.
this?
And a lot of other people who would be maybe interested in doing one, they
very
won't
shameless.
be either.
And
Newport Marina.
Twisted Truth, Cindy. I recommend you delete that, or I will.
Here we go. She's going to go for me now.
False, and
this is good.
I tagged you so you can see that it's false and lies, but just hop on the wagon and yeah. And then the other channel who actually put in their description, Down Under, Crimes Down Under, you put in your description to come over here and do what y'all do. That's against YouTube terms of service, so that's not allowed. You can actually
I'm
use your channel
scared
for that. So thank you for that.
No worries.
Unbelievable how you guys act, but
unreasonable how I act.
Lori. Thank you. You guys are.
I'm not on here
so
begging
awesome.
for money, dude.
It's unfortunate that we literally have to defend ourselves for doing.
You are creating your own image.
I shaved my
do they
beard
not
down
get
to
that?
A beard that
nipples.
I wanted for when we get married, and a beard he really didn't want to let go of.
Yeah, that took me almost like 14 months to grow.
And yeah,
do they not understand that
doing something good, and we
being
will never
live
do
on
fundraiser.
the internet is
So
an image?
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry.
And every word that comes out of your mouth is portraying who you are.
We have been doing good for summer.
No, you haven't.
What have y'all done but be?
You're trying to make mum and dad look like angels.
Anyway, yeah.
No, not buying it.
Kaz Marika, thank you so much.
Let's address that.
No, we felt like we owed some.
Let's address the child abuse, guys.
If people see that, unfortunately, some people don't. They take it and believe it, and so if they
my
donate
God.
it as part of this, they're probably wondering, like, what the heck?
I was gonna.
So far, they haven't addressed anything about Summer or the child abuse allegations, how they've been convicted of this with it going to the courthouse and the boy's been taken. They haven't addressed. See how they're deflecting exactly the same as Donald Wells does? You know, so far it's the lies about people claiming they're frauds because of their fundraiser. True Crime Cindy, because I don't even know what she did. I have no clue. Now it's me. Like, then they go on about this dirty deleting thing, which I've got no clue what they're on about there either, but apparently people do this stuff and I haven't learned how to do it yet. But as I said, I wouldn't dirty delete. If I'm going to say something, I'll be straight here where I am right this minute saying what I think. So whatever. And yeah, let's see what else what other subjects we'll talk about instead of what the issues are that they should be talking about. Like they do every other live and have Donald Wells on live to try and counteract what people are saying. We don't want to clarify today, guys. Why not? Like, it's simple. Get Donald up here now. Do it.
To do that video anyway, to say, guys, we finally got the money. It was going to be a big happy thing. now I'm going to do the same video, but it's going to be,
No, let's deflect.
it's just going to be.
I'm sure they're
What
related.
about the GoFundMe for the wedding? We have a GoFundMe for our wedding because, yes, we are not legally married because we cannot afford to get legally married right now. We set up a GoFundMe because some of our friends asked us to start a GoFundMe so that they could donate
Poor little
to it
petals.
as they wanted to. So as we have been using it, it's been updated. We are not legally married, but we call each other husband and wife. Didn't realize it was against the law or a big deal.
Oh, and someone, to whoever said nice place, just hang on a
It's
second.
a background.
Here we go. See?
Yeah.
Here's our green screen.
Oh, we got a house
And you
on the
have to
lake.
buy them
Oh my
backdrops
God.
too, by the way.
We're in my
Oh
recording
my
studio.
God.
Holy cow.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, it's just a background.
So if you're not paying for their wedding, you're paying for their virtual back screens.
And we do
Just
not
saying.
beg people. I actually pinned the comment with all of my links tonight just because I've been accused of begging people for money. People
You do
actually
beg.
reported this live tonight saying, in your description, you're begging people. I've literally never asked anybody to.
Oh my God, did you hear
I
that?
link my links.
Did you hear
I put
that?
them in the
She
description.
literally
I
said,
have never gone.
did you hear that? Like, come on now. Oh my God. We do not beg for money. Let's go back a little tiny bit. Go away, cat.
And we do not beg people. I actually pinned the comment with all of my links tonight just because I've been accused of begging people for money. People actually reported this live tonight saying, in your description, you're begging people. I've literally never asked anybody to donate.
By having a
I linked my
GoFundMe
links.
for your
I put
wedding,
it in
you
the
are begging.
description. I have never gone, hey, Helen, can you donate me $20, please? I need $20.
But you
Hey,
just
Raymond,
did.
please send me $5. I need $5.
You do.
That's me begging.
You
I've
are
never
doing
done
that.
Wait, hey,
Am I the only
cowboy.
dummy here or
Howdy,
what?
howdy,
Like,
partner.
come on.
Long time no see, yo. But yeah.
If you
Exactly.
ask for
Cheers.
people to donate
all
to a
these people
GoFundMe,
saying,
is
"You're
that
helping
not
find somewhere, blah, blah, blah. You're
asking
begging
for money?
blah,
I
blah,
never
blah."
asked.
And now we're stealing from people. Like, I wonder how many of them honestly, like, if they really stopped,
Yeah, I
like,
did
how
see
many
that,
of them
Pippi, and I
actually
did too.
think that I
I
would
thought it
put
was
a
awesome.
video out publicly saying we're doing this and then try and keep the money. I could go to prison for that. Never mind
Really?
losing my YouTube channel. Like, how dumb are you? And to anybody who believes that trash, you're just gullible.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Man, if
give
you
your
want
damn
people to
heads
give you
a shake.
$5 for your credit card, you're not a man.
People believe the stupidest stuff.
Get off your
If a
asses.
person says it on YouTube, oh, we're going to run with it.
Go have a life.
Crap.
All right.
Go work for a living. Maybe Don can give you a
Oh
job.
my God, maybe I can stay in here for a hot minute.
Struggling.
The weather's, I guess, because we had some bad storms earlier.
My husband's actually we call them plasterers in Australia.
What was that one?
I think she's calling us thieves.
And
I think Jane was agreeing with me,
What?
actually.
how come she's really, really loud?
and Coffee said thieves.
No, the one I just hid.
She must have a good...
Oh.
Yeah, I think Jane was
Microphone.
agreeing with me because I said gullible. So
Yeah.
The deployed thing's coming up in a second. You can go to jail for animal abuse
not
too,
really.
but that didn't stop someone.
Maybe
No, it was
stop
all her
insulting
sister's fault.
people.
She goes into that shortly.
Well, we'll try that because
It
I
wasn't
literally
her.
did
Tried
it
that
on
and
my
it's done
channel.
nothing.
I tried that on my channel last night.
Do you
and
see
I'm
the
not going to be insulting
similarities
people
with anything that
anymore.
people
We'll see.
say?
But
It's
we didn't
never
start
their
it, by the
fault.
way.
It's always someone else.
Cher's been getting trashed since she started her
Oh,
channel.
we're going to have a big cry too.
I mean, and when people say that,
I wish I had
understand
virtual
human
tissues to
nature
send
snaps
her.
from time to time, because if they're only seeing just me have a go at someone, they're very, very
Oh,
like
my
vision
God.
and only so I don't care because it's just not how it is. So
No,
you're only
of
seeing
course
what
it's
you
not,
want to see in
baby.
the situation, and it's fine. I don't care.
You do care,
I've
but
changed
But
quite
thanks
a
for
bit.
becoming a member on her channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully, when all that gets cleared up,
Jesus, Tammy.
you'll realize.
she's cynical, but she'd have to look that word up too, I reckon.
Tammy, can you hear us
Yeah,
now?
we still
Oh, did
watching,
they?
sure.
Newport
I
Marina.
can.
Shall
I
it's
can
in
hear
the
you if I can
description,
stay in
honey.
here.
It's
So
Prairie
loud.
Boy 77. If you go to my description, his channel's linked.
Yeah, if you go over to that, you'll see him asking for money to pay his credit
1
card
second, and I will throw it in the chat for you guys.
and his credit card bill and his new
Throw it
truck.
up in
Yeah.
there.
Plus, he got a new phone.
Views, yep, or allegedly free. Yeah, there's that, I guess.
Like, people wouldn't bring this
Um,
shit up
Watching
if they didn't
dislike us.
put it out
Teresa,
there.
they're whatever. Yeah, their views. Teresa, they're not doing well. I mean, it
The wicked
kind of
defending the
sounded
wicked.
better. Like she wasn't like nonstop crying when I spoke to them earlier. But I mean, really, it's not. They aren't doing great.
Poor Tammy's having major
Yeah.
problems.
Yes, they are,
You're in
Cherish.
chat, Tammy.
It's
I know
not
this
illegal
is
to say you're
sidetracked
married when you're not in terms
from
of
Summer
marriage, so-
and her gorgeous
Yeah,
little
and
face, but I still feel
We've
it's
never
relevant
said that
because
we are married. We call each other husband and wife because we like it.
Yeah.
it is relevant to me because it should be about Summer's gorgeous little face and her little personality, and every bit of this should be about Summer, not these two bloody fools. But it is relevant when they're interviewing and defending Donald every day of the week until it matters, and they're not doing that. You know, yesterday is when they should have had Donald up there out of all days to come back and answer why the boys were actually taken. But they'll have a gag order, so they can't talk about that. But it will come out eventually. And these guys are defending them. And they think it's like, as someone just said in our little chat just before, torturing animals is okay to them. So, you know, as long as they're getting their $5 off everybody on YouTube and their clicks and views and super chats, they don't give two shits about what's really going on. Yeah, they talk to Don all day, every day. She even said to Donald the other day, I'm going to let you do some work now. Like, she is directing everything right now. And that's why I believe there is a hidden agenda and there is more to them than meets the eye. And Donald, come in here. Come in and listen to me, mate. Because they're all after something. These two aren't doing it just out of the kindness of their hearts, and either is Benny. They are doing it for themselves. And you are too stupid to see that, even to the point where they've stopped you interacting with other YouTubers so that they get all the clicks and views, and they are directing what you have to say and editing out what they want you to say to make them look good, not because they're protecting you. Get it straight. Someone else needs to get in Don's ear and let him see what these two are really up to. Because as soon as they get one bit of evidence, guess where Don and Candace are going to be? And these two are going to be $50,000 richer, and they'll have a wedding in every bloody state of America and Canada. We'll see, won't we? Keep it about Summer, guys. They just don't, they never ever have the focus on Summer. And they wonder why people are getting so cranky.
All right, try this again, Tammy.
If it's not about Don, it's about them.
And yeah, if you guys, and I'll put my email again. If you guys send emails that are positive.
Tabitha, that
Yeah,
is
exactly,
awesome.
Cherish. That's what
I
it
think
should be
Cam's
about.
Will be going down there tomorrow or sometime soon.
It's just
anyway,
not
so,
okay.
yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
not.
that's great.
as you can see how much they've talked about Summer or the situation.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to use a keyboard, guys. I'm never on a real computer. How do I do the at thing you gave me?
Shit.
Oh, what would I do without him?
You're never on a real computer.
It shows on her phone.
Yeah. So there's my email, and if you'll send positive, uplifting messages, I forward those right to Dawn and Candace, and it really does make a difference to them. It really, really does, you guys. So please send them. Oh gosh,
There goes Tammy again.
Tammy. I mean, try back if you want to, but maybe you want to be in the chat.
Angie, this isn't real. I'll show you guys again because I get a kick out of it. The green screen is actually really good. Oh, bam!
See?
Bam! And that's reality right there. It's
That's
just a green sheet.
Leave it green.
But they're so poor.
I was just joking about that. Some people were telling you when you had that yesterday, babe. Nice studio.
I wish I had that.
Maybe you
is
can
a
do a
perfect
GoFundMe
setup.
for
That'd
that.
be awesome.
You guys, Benny's in the
I'm sure
chat.
people will
I
throw
see.
money at you
Ben,
for a
are you at the
new
hospital,
sound
buddy? I
system.
hope you're doing okay. I hope they got you on fluids or something. There's the link there. I
And-
didn't send it to you because I didn't think you'd want to come up here, but I hope that.
And I'm just going to say this as well. Did you notice how on the live the other day, Donald said that he didn't give permission for Justice to record their interview? That's a downright lie. And if you listen to the recording of that interview that Jay did, you can see where she's leading into the conversation where she says, we just talked about what we're going to talk about on the show, and he's agreeing. So don't tell me that he didn't know he was being recorded. 100% he knew. But these two pieces of shit are trying to cause a drama between Jay and Donald so that Jay doesn't talk to him anymore. Like, you don't have to be a genius to work that out. They want to monopolize Donald. So that's why they caused that drama between Donald and Jay. And Jay rang Donald and said, why would you do that? And he apologized, as he does, and admitted that, that wasn't the case. So, yeah. They're great people, aren't they?
They're helping you. You guys, he got a second COVID shot and he's doing shitty.
Poor Benny. That's karma, man.
That's the only way we would actually be able to afford to go to Hawaii. Yeah, I'll Google some pictures of Hawaii. That's a great idea.
Tuesday evening is the next round table, Benny, and when you're feeling up to it, we'll touch base tomorrow.
I don't know why they think Benny's a good look for their
Too much
channel.
room. If I had a piano, I could play you chopsticks. That'd be about it.
Yeah, big time hypocrites, Miss Justice.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
I can't wait for the tears.
Oh, Samantha, thank you. Welcome to the Crazy Train. Woo woo! Oh,
Crazy Train, you got that right.
rainbows. You guys, can we show love like rainbows, butterflies, any fun, cute, princessy emojis in the chat for Summer?
There we go. The first time she's mentioned Summer. How many minutes in are we?
In the hospital. We got Dalen's husband was just deported
20
today.
minutes in.
What?
Deployed.
Deployed.
Not deported.
Oh, deployed today, not deported. What's the difference?
What's the difference? Did you hear that?
I'll explain it to you later.
All right. Well, he's deployed today, and so
I'm not
send
joking.
prayers for him also.
You can't make this shit up.
Oh yeah, I know deported. Deployed.
Yeah, he's not an immigrant.
He is not an
Deployed.
immigrant. He's fighting for the country. Shit, I'm sorry, baby. He
Yeah.
was in the Navy.
Yeah.
See right here.
We're a brain.
Thank you, Lori.
Yes,
If I ignore the
I
crap,
understand
feel
that. My
really-
husband was
Oh.
deployed. 5 times.
No, he was deported, wasn't he?
Someone said, oh, where was it? Oh, I can't find it. Someone said, Benny, he's the one who yells a lot and hates AB, right? I think you need to be more specific.
Right. Benny's the one. Fuck you mean?
Yeah. Fuck you, me.
I was like, that's my friend.
Yeah. It shows.
It looked like he slapped his camera.
And you know what I love about Benny?
What do you love?
Is he'll say something and he's like in the moment, you know, he's
This is sick.
right in the zone, he's yelling, and he'll stop and he'll just go,
Yeah.
he'll give like a chuckle. Dude, that kills me every single time. Every time I hear that, I start snickering to myself. I can't help it.
Benny is a psychopath. And if they find, it doesn't surprise me though, if they find this guy amusing and that he's a good guy, go and talk to No Thanks Investigates. Go talk to Nina Boy. Go talk to AV Watchman, sorry. This guy goes real life, but to another level. And it's only a matter of time before something really bad happens to somebody because of this psycho. And these guys are in love. Like, he calls CPS on people, fellow YouTubers. And I can honestly say, and Doug, I don't know if you're here, but I followed the Oren and Awesome West case from day one. And I've said this before, but when Doug initially was on by himself, and he would go out there, guys, and he had his drones, he was out there all day, every day, like in the middle of the bloody desert, and, you know, like putting the hard yards in there, live streaming from nowhere. And I was like, check this guy out, like, good on him. But then he come into contact with Benny Skis and everything. I'm just being honest, and I've said this to Doug recently, that, you know, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the change I seen in Doug from the minute he started hanging out with Benny Skis and having Benny Skis on his channel, and it wasn't a good thing. And things happened, and I just couldn't even go over to No Thanks. I just couldn't do it. But they separated, and Skeezy showed Doug who he really was. And thankfully, now Doug can see exactly how things could have been different if he hadn't have hooked up with Benny Skis. And he's doing really, really good again now. And I take my hat off to him. So I haven't done it yet, Doug, but I'll do it when I finish. Please go over and like, share and subscribe to Doug at No Thanks Investigates. He's a really good guy. He's come such a long way since all that stuff went down, and none of us are perfect, but we've all got a story, and Doug's got a story, but I'm there for him now because I can see that he's learnt, and he's like actually grew in himself and become a better person. So yeah, good on you, Doug. I just can't get over the difference in what was happening with you from when you were in the Benny Skis days to where you are today. And like I've heard you say a couple of times lately, you know, I don't have the views I used to have and stuff like that. You need quality views, Doug, not quantity. if you've got the right people coming over, and I know I'm new to this and I know jack shit, but if you've got the right people following you and supporting you positively for the right reasons and you're doing the right thing, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you don't have the quantity because you're going to get there. You're showing that now. So keep doing you and we'll all be there to lift you up. My little sermon. But yeah, here we go. Again.
No, we love you too. 2 cents.
They put their 2 cents in. Oh, knee slapper.
Yeah, that gets one of it. My pajama pants look weird.
All right, baby.
Because they're green.
Your fur son is trying to hold on for your life on you.
I know.
He's like, Dad. Dad.
Yeah, Kathy, Doug's really good. And
I kind of just
he'd do anything for anyone.
So I just threw up. I really don't want to be on here too long.
It's just the classic old, if you get mixed up with the wrong crew type of thing.
Because we're doing some work with the wells tomorrow and everything. And I'm getting a little bit heated today, but I wanted to hop on here and address a few things. And yeah.
Yeah, the big thing is people are trying to say that our fundraiser was fake.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but it's not. And when I get paid in the next few days from YouTube, because they pay a month late, I'll be making the video, writing the check, sending it off.
It gets interesting again in a minute. Just
I wonder how many of them are going to apologize to me.
And I have a pinned comment. It's not too late. If anyone wants to add to the donation, you sure can send in, and we will have it added. If you leave a memo, you would like to add this to
Miss Justice, I think, because
you
Don
sure can, because that's going to be the last fundraiser that we.
He's smarter than everybody.
It's just,
it's
been unbelievable when we're trying to do good and we're being bashed and attacked. So. We won't be doing it again. So,
why would you not want to fundraise again?
The 21st and the 30th, we will be sending that out, and it'll be all documented. You'll all see it. So, again, there's a pinned comment. Should you want to add anything to that, it's not too late, and totally up to you guys. And
hi, Sarah.
It absolutely will be documented.
Thanks for coming in.
The super chats won't be in time because I will.
Yeah, Don is narcissistic.
But if you do the PayPal or
something
like that, we'll make sure that it gets sent in.
They don't have morals as far as I'm concerned. Just only selfish morals.
Email again.
They've been trying to have my animals taken away from me. They think I'm not allowed to have animals and shit. It's unbelievable.
Here comes a big deflection.
The comment pinned at the top of the chat, that's not for the donations, that's for memberships.
No, it is. I changed it.
Oh, she changed it.
Yes, you can. Yes, he didn't know.
I didn't know she changed it.
No, I changed the pin. There is links to donate, Cash App, PayPal, even the GoFundMe would be in time.
Let's not miss a minute.
Does this go with the $5 experiment? Nope, that was a completely separate thing. That was a long
time
ago.
That was a long time ago, yeah. Yeah, you could probably actually close that thing down now, or did you know?
Oh, I don't think it did.
Which, by the way, other people have done that same experiment, so.
Yeah.
Not a real man wouldn't.
Well,
a real man is there for his family.
Wasn't working all that steady, and I ended up getting, I think, a little over $100. So, I mean, if you want to hate on me for that, go ahead.
Well, the thing is, you offered to even send it back, but everyone was like, no, keep it and put it in your bank. So.
It's disgusting. It doesn't matter how much it is.
People are going to hate. It is what it is.
It is.
Yep. Mystic Firefly.
Oh, Mystic.
It's a pretty common one.
Would you guys be okay with your husband going on YouTube and asking for money?
Honestly, we didn't look because there's so many cats in there. And let's be honest, there was three.
Or wives.
3 all black cats.
Sorry, I
Nobody
didn't mean
really
to just
looks-
say
and
husbands.
we were guilty of that either. Just another black cat. Let's look at the other like fancier ones, you know. But we took him out to play with him. And
Yeah, like it's a self-respect thing to me.
and
You
he
know,
knew right who
some
to suck
people
up
might be
to
fine
right
with
away.
it, but not me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
See how they've got nothing? This is the quietest I've ever seen them because they're not trying to address. Without Donald, they got nothing, have they? Like,
Absolutely adore them. Yeah. Yeah, he's such a lover. And he's crazy. He's cute. He's loving. He's
it's,
playful.
yeah,
He's
it's
weird.
interesting, isn't
Why
it?
don't y'all change the name of your channel to the Don Wells Show? Make it
And they're
all
probably
the time
saying the
someone
same thing about me
affecting
playing
Chris
this. Like, I don't
content.
care.
Why doesn't he change his channel name to the Don Wells
Hi,
Show? Since that's all
Tanya.
he talks about.
And I'm now just going to block you
We,
because this is my
didn't even
channel.
mention him. We
And
weren't
you're
even talking
annoying.
about him.
For real, you did. Miss Wednesday, thank you. Oh, treats for Matthias.
Yay.
See, people are going to
loves
send them money to feed their cat now.
Thank you.
Oh, dear Lord.
The stupidity of some people, it seriously...
No, the cat didn't want to be on her lap, did
It
it?
used to just make me feel bad, but now it just infuriates me how
Yeah.
strong people are.
Yeah.
Oh, now it gets a bit juicy.
Go
Ah,
away.
another one.
And they
We
wonder
call
why
this
they've got
a
trolls.
hashtag
Like,
MS channel. Makes as much sense as calling it Don Wells Show.
So,
another big pause with nothing to say.
oh, and sometime this weekend I've got my
Another
sister,
one, Michelle. Jesus.
my sis. Yeah, a few of you guys. Wow. Praying for Candace and Dawn. I really hope their sweet, beautiful baby girl comes home safe. I'm glad they have someone they can trust. Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Carissa.
Hey, Tammy. Oh, it's okay. I mean, if people are
I
happy with themselves for the treatment that they have been.
I wonder how they would feel supporting Don and Candace and getting all the sympathy and, you know, all this positiveness happening for Don and Candace, and just say Don and Candace got the boys back. And then something happened to one of the boys. I wonder how they'd feel then. Let's keep that real. Because Summer's life obviously doesn't bother you guys one little bit.
Giving me or their behavior, just let them be. You know, I've seen some of you guys defending me and Mr. Sheriff. Thank you so much. But
See, she plays victim well too.
That. I want you guys to be watching.
Poor little
when you're
me, but
spending
don't
time. I
defend
want you
me.
to be watching and enjoying yourself. It's supposed to be your entertainment. So if you see people bashing me, that's okay.
You can tell
Alright?
she's
I
a
don't want you to
professional
take
at this,
your time
can't you?
and defend me. If you don't like it, you can just stop watching whatever it is, but please don't feel you need to defend us in any
No.
way. We don't.
You
we
don't want
you
that,
guys
do
to have
you, sweetheart?
to do that, and we do appreciate that you do that, but we don't want you to do that.
No,
let them talk
not at
their
all.
crap and let them be, okay?
For God's
Jesus.
sake, stop sending that shit to share.
Or he gets fired up now.
I've been following
He's a
you for a
protective
while,
little
but
fella.
I haven't seen you do something to someone who didn't do something to you. Yeah, I give what I get.
Same here,
That's how I am.
Two
princess.
wrongs don't make a right. We'll just say that.
Yeah,
too.
that's
It's
true.
not like we're completely innocent up here. We've done and said things we shouldn't have. We fully admit that.
Yep, but I will apologize if I find but some people don't deserve that. I'm sorry.
No,
Some people
Sarah,
are just assholes,
I tried to
okay?
be
And
respectful
they're-
in the chat. And I thought I was
that?
being respectful.
Somebody,
And then she's had a couple of jabs at me since then. And Yeah, I'm done with
They
being
will
respectful,
never, Stacey.
as you
It
can
would be
see.
nice, but they will never. Don't let them
Like,
take your
one thing
energy,
I
stay
am is
focused,
not a pushover.
get
You
your
can ask
messages out
anybody
there.
that knows me.
Absolutely, thank you.
I won't
Kaz,
take people's
can I
bullshit.
find more animals for you? What do you think about yesterday's comments? I don't like Dawn
But I
as
treat
personally.
everybody with
Don't know him
respect
in
to
person.
begin with
And that's
until
okay. Like,
I'm burnt.
Don's aware that he's done bad things. He's aware his past doesn't look good.
No,
But
I didn't know what was
honestly
going
think
on either,
that
Kathy.
He has been. I think he has wanted.
I couldn't understand how she knew I was streaming this because I only had I've still only got 270 something subscribers. So it had me baffled how she knew I was actually streaming it. Like, do you get an alert to say somebody's streaming your video? Because as I said, I'm new and I'm learning, and it just sort of threw me that all of a sudden, not that it bothered me that she come into the chat, but I was like, wow, that didn't take you long to see. Like, I was still live. And yeah, she tried to threaten me with terms of service and stuff, and I acknowledged that and said there's fair use and whatever. But I was completely nice to her, as I am to anyone, unless somebody is horrible to me. And then I'm going to respond. So this is the aftermath of that, obviously.
Better. I see a man who's not proud. And it wasn't just because of this. I think he wasn't proud of things before this. And now this is just blown up to, high profile case. And he really yeah, I don't, yeah.
And just while I'm thinking about it, the way they have gone after Chris is not okay with me, because it's disturbing. And I just had a whole line of thought that I was going to continue about with this, and it's gone. But the way they are just so horrible in attacking Chris, there's no need for that. Like, have your opinion, have your little interviews with Don and all the rest of it, but you're straight on here to debunk everything Chris has to say, but you won't come on and debunk the obvious things that need to be talked about. When it's a hard question, you don't want to answer them hard questions. And that's concerning, because you're trying to cover it all up for Donald. And there's a difference there.
South Africa, oh my gosh, I would love to go there someday. Zaza.
No, they really don't, Anita.
I need a wrench.
They care about themselves.
Block these fools. I want the pleasure.
All I'm trying to say is they don't want the hate and they don't want the trolls,
Only
but
if
they
they're
cannot
really
see
nasty,
why
nasty
they've
type.
got themselves in this situation.
We let them have, even if they say sometimes some mean things, we kind of laugh about it. But if they're really nasty,
And
get them out of here.
they also, as well as Don, like to play victim. Like,
proud.
now everyone's picking on them.
Proud. I don't
And they can't see a reason for that. Because she didn't torture animals, her sister did it.
That's what I feel like, Terry. Does Donald know if
it's just bizarre to me.
Out there?
Own your own shit, girl.
I will ask that specifically. Abandoned houses, I think they have some, but some people I heard was not allowing searches on private property. No, you can't. It's my channel, so no. If I took a wrench, I took a wrench for a reason. I don't know what that reason was.
Exactly, entertainment.
Tonight, sorry.
I don't
I
feel
remember why
my
I
channel
forget.
is entertainment as
Let me
such.
figure it out.
You know, if
Please feel free. I have a big place and we'll host you.
it's not
to
about
any
that,
time. South
it's about Summer
is
and all
beautiful,
the
and we
other
are
little
living through a lot, but love
ones
our
that are in
moments here.
trouble.
Google Durgan. We will Google
Bringing
it. Thank you
awareness
so
and just
much for
talking
that.
about her and keeping it out there and relevant is what is important.
Can I ask a question about
That cute little face.
where was that, baby? Can I ask a question about the rumor going around about Candace? What is that rumor? You sure can ask.
They don't want her though.
Nothing wrong with asking questions.
Yeah, definitely you can ask. And here is a link if you would like to call in. Just thoughts. If we ignore these haters, you know, we do try, but we are human. And sometimes we get poked. Now, imagine getting poked by.
But why are you getting
I would say
poked?
a good 300 times a day, I'm being individually poked.
Yeah, some of it you can ignore, but when they accuse you of crimes, it's pretty hard to just
No, she's not.
She's
duck
convicted
that
of
out.
animal
You
torture.
kind of have to respond.
Oh,
Like,
lean on me. I think it's because we have between the two of us, we have 3 channels.
that's not just a
and
rumor,
I think that's why,
guys.
because sometimes you're a mod on one and
Oh,
on the other.
you guys, you know what? Annette Lepore,
Wow.
Annette.
Yeah, I know. It's all about her ego too.
How's
You
that
know,
feel?
she's directing it all, Newport Marina.
It's the
she's
same
quite
attitude.
proud of
I want
that.
to read the report. I can tell you didn't read it just by that comment.
Yeah.
See?
Because there's nowhere in there that says animals were beaten.
The animals were never struck.
Yep. Nope. So you didn't even read the report. Just so you're aware. That comment right there tells me you didn't fucking read the report.
You don't have to.
My animals
You're still
were not
convicted
beaten.
of it.
They were not killed. They were starved to death.
Yeah,
by
that's
my
better,
sister.
isn't it?
They were left without food and water for days in a hot trailer.
But it wasn't
They
her fault.
survived. Try reading the report before you come into a chat trying to hate and troll somebody.
They don't
Dumbass.
care. They don't even care.
Who's a
about the truth. They
dumbass?
just
I've never been
want to
convicted of
hurt
torturing
people.
an
That's
animal.
all they're on YouTube for.
I've never been
Just to
convicted
call-
of anything.
Hi,
Go look it up.
Moose. Thank you.
Thanks, Cotton Candy.
Thank you. Global people, yes. Hello, hi. I gotta catch up on your videos, girl.
Sarah, good on you.
Oh yeah.
No, it's okay.
Some about a gerbil too.
They
Yeah,
talk
it's-
about,
Good God, people are
they're just
sick.
hypocrites.
He is like seriously. There's something wrong in his head.
Oh,
He's talked about my privates more than once, and yeah, ugh.
I will let you know though, since that just come up. I actually, at that time of the animals, my sister not only did that to
Here
my
we go.
animals and robbed me, but she robbed her boyfriend and his family at the time as well. And he's actually going to come on here and do an interview with me to go over
And he
this,
could
so
be anyone
you
too,
can
guys.
hear
Just saying.
what exactly happened and all that. And once we do that interview, that will, like, I'm not going to address it anymore.
Well, it doesn't
But
matter
yeah,
if you
My
don't,
sister's ex-boyfriend
because no one cares.
going to discuss it because he was there at the time he was dating my sister. But yeah, it turned out she
Red
robbed him to
Eye.
get my animals. And then
Oh, really,
she
Red Eye?
robbed him and his family, took her daughter, and took off to Mexico. And he came home from work.
Where did you hear
and
that
it was
from?
just disastrous. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
Gina.
is, Kathy.
Gina, thank
Everybody
you, love
else's
you.
fault but hers.
I love you too. Thank you.
I can't remember which bit is where they try to say they haven't looked up the charges.
The animals got stuck with my sister because I was going through medical things. I was on bed rest and I was not in the area. My sister had come back to Minnesota.
So
from
she throws her
Mexico.
own sister under the
and
bus
she had
without a
had
qualm in the
her
world.
daughter with her. And so my sister
And this is her
and I
flesh and
did not
blood.
have a good relationship. We never had.
Yeah, Don
so
does deserve these
there'll be
two.
times,
Absolutely.
she's
They all
been
deserve each other.
like, let me take off for 5 years, come back for a month or two. Let me take off for 7 years, come back for 3 months.
And you
that
took off
type
to
of thing.
Canada.
And because
Come back when?
as a child, like bad things happen, bounced around foster care and stuff. Even though she's not a stable person or a good person, I've
Can
always
you
tried to
believe this?
her. She's
Who
younger
would
than me.
do
I
that
raised her, and
to
I've
her
also
own
given
sister?
guardianship of her when I was 19 with a baby of my own in an abusive relationship. My bloodline is fucked
Too
up
much
with it. So
information
anyway,
now.
she came back. I thought she was changing. I thought she was getting away from a
Like,
bad
we don't,
relationship. She came back
the world
with
doesn't
my
need to
niece,
know that,
Daniela,
well, maybe
and I
it's just
had
a
medical issues
characteristic
going
of
on,
hers
and I
that
was like, okay,
she's
well, you
completely fine
stay
with
here, you know, stay in my place. You have
telling
your
the
place, son.
world
You
how
and your
horrible her own
daughter.
sister
You take
is
care of my animals. I left
to
my
make
place
herself look
apart
good.
so she could get food and,
Do you get the
you know,
drift
all of
of the
this stuff.
pattern that I'm trying to
And
say?
yeah, that's what happened. I'm not like you guys where I have a lot of family. that
Little
I can
pity
count
party
on.
now. She doesn't have a lot of family.
I am guilty of trusting somebody that maybe I shouldn't have,
But
it's my
the
little
family
sister.
she does
thought
have,
maybe
she is
she was
fine with
changed. I
throwing
thought,
under the
okay,
bus
she's got a daughter now.
to the
She'll
world.
be different now. She wants to plant roots finally, you know? So
Absolutely,
Well,
they have no
no,
morals.
But
She
even
doesn't.
if they could, they wouldn't
Don't
find
know.
anything. I've never been charged with a crime ever my whole life.
Me
But
either.
there are ways around that. They could, you know, search local news reports or whatever. Or I'm pretty sure
I
they
actually
could
feel
figure
sorry
out
for her
my
sister.
arrest history, maybe charges.
I
But,
really do,
yeah, I'm
because
sure they
that's
could
not
find something
okay.
if there was something to find, but there isn't.
Guys, would any of you come on YouTube, whether or not you were close with your sister or brother, in the same situation that these two are in, and slander and throw your sister? Like, obviously, I'm not believing a word that comes out of her mouth to begin with, but just say her sister is, you know, she's not okay. She might need some support and all that sort of thing. But to throw her under the bus like this is just pathetic and sad. And to me, that is exactly the sort of person she is right there. Because that is so wrong. Oh, my God.
yeah, me too, Kim. Mr. Chair, he's the first man that
She's a little
hasn't
bit like Donald. Just keep talking and digging your own hole, sweetheart.
hit me. He's barely yelled at me. Like we get in fights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't
That's
last
exactly
long,
right
and
too,
they're not,
Ashley
like,
Marie. Well, it
screaming
wasn't a
war
sister.
matches like I had in the past.
Charged as well.
He doesn't abuse me emotionally or physically.
See, we're still on the pity
the best
party.
man I know, besides my sons. Like, I hope my sons grow up to be like him.
Starting to feel like a broken record. We've got to keep explaining
Wait,
ourselves.
who was adopted?
It's just not okay, Kathy, is it? Like,
I'm sorry, what?
I don't care whether you're not best
Who
friends
was
with a
adopted?
family member, but there's no
Why
point.
does it matter where my children are? I know where my children are. It's not your business.
It's not okay.
Don't talk about my children because you don't know shit. My children are happy. The rumors going around that I don't, like, I'm not allowed around my children, that's a lie. I share 50-50 custody of my children. Period.
Yeah, Jennifer. It's a circus, isn't it? But I hadn't actually
My
picked
kids
that
have
up
actually been on YouTube
last time
summer,
about
so
the
I
sister,
don't know what
but
y'all are talking about.
I really
Why
feel
am I
sad for her
answering?
now.
Because I feel that
No,
the people
don't
who
push.
are supporters of me, they might wonder, and I understand that. So I'm answering because my supporters deserve the answer. I'm not answering because my haters deserve an explanation.
Don't.
I'm answering because the people who support me, people who pay to be my members, people who send me super chats, people who subscribe to me and listen to me, share my stuff out.
Me,
don't
me,
share
me,
my
me,
stuff out,
me.
and just simply listen to me.
Me,
And
me, me.
maybe they wouldn't even want me to answer, but they deserve to know an answer because I understand that they hear these things and wonder, whoa, because they see a mugshot, they see.
No, because you keep talking.
So these are the people that deserve our
just like
response from me.
Donald.
That's why I answer.
Yeah.
Professional liars, scammers.
Yeah, and at some point, like Cher said, she's gonna do this
self-obsessed.
interview, and then that'll be it. There'll be no more talking about it because at some point we just
Yeah,
have to
exactly,
move on with
Kathy.
our
Cry
lives.
me a river.
Can't keep
I know I asked
rehashing
to
the
talk to you
same
guys,
thing.
but it hurts.
Sandra.
Sandra, welcome to the Crazy Train. Woo woo! Thank you.
That hoo-hoo, seriously. Oh my God. Hook her up with Thomas the Tank, someone.
Hey, I've fucked up in my life. I've done that.
See, we're back on me again.
Maybe
Oh
this
my
was not the best
Lord.
option.
Hmm.
I just didn't have any other option.
No, of course you didn't.
Yo Loves, we asked him about the horse. We didn't ask him if they looked under it, but I would assume they did. But it would be pretty hard to get a body underneath the horse to begin with.
She hasn't cried yet, has she? Like, I'm not all for people crying, but she can cry at the drop of a hat, this girl.
I'm always going to have to answer to this.
I keep telling you, honey, at some point you have to ignore the shit. At some point you just gotta just block.
Like, you watch this right now.
They're never gonna quit. We got idiots who rebroadcast their stream just to make fun of everything.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, they're probably gonna go live tonight and
talk about inappropriate stuff.
Come at me again,
whatever.
because I'm just talking about what you're talking about.
Losers who would never.
I'm far from a
ever
loser,
do
sweetheart.
anything like that face to face because they're weak and pathetic.
No, I'm not. Hell no. I'm actually the nicest person you'll ever meet. And at times I can be really funny too.
Vicky, it should give you, when you click there's like different options, different tiers, and you get different perks. And then you'll have to
she's
give
crying.
Your credit card information and stuff like that.
Oh, let's put our head right down so everyone can see that I'm upset.
Mom.
Thank you so much. Just frustrated.
Yeah, I'm so sick.
Not today, Satin. Laughing out loud. Cat's eye. I might have a Doug moment and fall off my chair laughing in a second. I shouldn't be laughing.
You're creepy as hell. Are we creepy?
No, Ashley.
Brandy, welcome to the Crazy Train.
No, you wouldn't, would you? That's what I'm trying to say about that, because even though you might not be close with your family or whatever, you wouldn't come on YouTube where thousands of people could watch you being horrible to your family member. Just that just sums everything up for me with her, that she will throw anybody under the bus to make herself try and look good. And as you said before, Ashley, why wasn't the sister charged with something if it was her fault? You know? Yeah, exactly, Sarah. Give me an Oscar. Give her an Oscar. It's just classic Donald and Candace Wells behavior, isn't it? Like, it's so similar, it's ridiculous. But yeah, they have a little tiff in a minute. That was, you can actually feel the tension between them too. And at some point they then discuss how they don't argue, which I found really ironic. Like, don't put your shit up there if you don't want people to comment on it.
Drink more wine. It's iced tea.
Yeah, no wine tonight.
It's Lipton iced tea. So if you're trying to be a smart ass.
Yeah, exactly, Newport Marina.
Well, I
know Cher's like got her back up right now, so.
Oh, we're so scared.
Understandably. But just focus on, like, you'll get one idiot, but you got 50 nice comments in between.
I'm all for being nice, but don't
Randy
come at me first.
Sounded like a fart. It was a chair. I swear. I would laugh if I farted.
She would.
Brandy, oh, thank you. No, thank you guys, because I know, like, there is a reason why I do the
Tracy
things that I
Corey,
do.
I'm
Hold
looking
on.
at you.
We
No,
know.
there's a reason I do the things I do. It's because I understand how somebody's. Move, babe. I'm not kidding.
You
Come out of
guys,
here.
I did a live the other day, and on the thumbnail, there is a screenshot of a part of the chat where she come into my chat that night, you guys. Kathy, you remember this? And she said something to the effect of, there's, I can't remember exactly how it was, but she said something like, there's a the focus is keeping the focus on summer. I know what I'm doing. That is so cryptic to me, and I cannot get that comment out of my head. That means something else. Don't you think? I know what I'm doing. I can't shake that. Like, there is more to her than she's letting on. There's something more going on here. It's, yeah, we'll see, I guess. It's just a gut feeling I've got. But, yeah.
I've never touched meth in my life. Just so you're aware. Fucking morons.
Stop, honey. Just block them. Don't make a show of it. That's what they want. Let's just stop this.
Yeah, exactly. You're on YouTube. We put ourselves out there. Like, I still can't believe I'm doing this, to be honest, but sometimes you just have to, don't you?
No, I didn't. It was a chair. Ask him. I would laugh hysterically.
Oh, yeah.
He would
Every
also.
time she farts, it's like a big production.
Okay, do the thingy. Yeah, see, so if I farted, he would mock my fart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. They're not funny, but
About Candace.
like
We
that's
haven't looked into
not
everything
funny.
yet.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of people taking something that happened in Wisconsin years ago and thinking that that's recent in Tennessee.
It's still abuse,
I haven't
dude.
seen anything recent. I've only seen like old stuff, old charges.
Are you kidding me right now?
And only Candace. I haven't seen anything for Dawn either.
Sorry.
That's the bit I was trying to get to. I'm just going to go
But
back
yeah,
a bit
not
here.
too sure.
Me. Yeah, see, so if I farted, he would mock my fart.
Absolutely.
About Candace.
We haven't looked into everything yet.
Yeah, we
But there's a lot of people taking something that happened in Wisconsin years ago and thinking that that's recent in Tennessee.
No, it's not.
I haven't seen anything recent. I've only seen like old stuff.
See how she's trying to take the attention on
And only Candace.
that
I
question?
haven't seen anything for Dawn either.
Do you see this? She's trying to change subject,
But yeah, not too sure.
and they
We
don't
haven't
want to
looked
talk about
into it
that
fully.
because they know exactly what's going on. They know why the boys were taken. They know so much more, and they don't want to go there. That's why Don's not on this live with them, addressing what come out. You didn't hear the question, Kathy? Maybe if I take it off, somebody must have asked them about what come out in, oh damn. I'm just trying to take it out of theatre mode. Yeah, would have been in the chat. Somebody would have asked him a question about Candace's charges that come out on J for Justice.
What I've heard are like,
but we're going to play
ends
dumb.
of the spectrum. Like, she beat her 2-year-old with a bat, and he's institutionalized. Okay, she'd be in prison.
No, not necessarily. A lot of the times, from what I've seen, CPS, depending on regions and that sort of thing, do not follow up with, or police do not follow up with criminal charges when a child has been neglected. Does that make sense? Like, children can be taken from the home, and yes, they're obviously being abused, but how many of them parents are criminally charged? Not just taken, the kids being removed. I'm going to look into that and do another live about that, because that would be an interesting thing to find out. You know, you think of how many hundreds of thousands of kids are taken from their parents every week in the US or Australia or around the world. How many of them parents are held accountable in a criminal court of law? You know, so maybe Candace wasn't criminally prosecuted for the abuse on her first 2 children. And that's what I'm thinking has happened. Because I think, yeah, there was quite a few court appearances relating to them first 2 kids that she didn't even turn up for. So I'll look into that, and we'll look into that further. But it just interests me that these 2, they haven't looked into that or their charges, and they don't want to talk about what Don B has brought out about these 4 children. And I understand they're juveniles and they're in foster care right now, but these 2 know, 100% they know. But that's not fitting their narrative right now, is it? Of the pity party for Don. That's not the way it's happening. So she's sitting there playing with a glass, trying to change subject, and that is how it is. Because they know exactly why the 3 boys were taken. And it's not because Summer was taken, or, you know what I'm saying. It's not because Summer has disappeared that they've taken the 3 boys. It's because there was abuse. And that's why the 3 boys have been taken. So they don't want to talk about any of that. And we'll see what happens with that, won't we? Yeah, Cat's Eye, she did. Jay did a live yesterday with the court documents, and I screenshotted a fair few of them. But how many were there? Like, crazy. And she had, she even had the court documents to Candace's baby daddy, I suppose, because they weren't married. My ex-co-worker, where'd it go? And signed over her kids. Yeah, see, it's crazy. She pled to a lesser charge if she signed over parental rights. Okay. She did 90 days. But this is what they, you know, if they're so pro Don and Candace, this is all the stuff that they should know. That they do know, that they're now playing dumb over. None here in the UK. They split families up through court proceedings but barely actually prosecute. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. My ex-co-worker had 4 kids taken away by CPS for good, and she was only criminally charged with assaulting her ex with a frying pan. Yep, that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. But this little fella, he's not a little fella now, he's all grown up. He's got brain damage and has lived in facilities all his life because of the abuse that come from his so-called mother. And obviously, and that's another thing, like how many interviews has Don insinuated that Candace is hard to handle? You know, she gets on the drink and then look out in the morning. Like, what did he mean by that? Does she wake up like hostile, throwing things, hungover? He's got a babysitter when she's been drinking. You know, it's a worry. So you can understand why them little guys are better off not being there. I think also they took them so they stopped coaching them what to say because they are the only ones who knew if someone was back at the house or not. Yeah, exactly. I just hope law enforcement is so on this right now, and hopefully it's just a matter of days, because I can't take much more of the unknown. And I know everyone's exactly the same, but who babysits her when he isn't there? Yeah, exactly. Good point, Kathy. He does throw Candace under the bus every time he has a chance, even when there is no reason to. I noticed that from very, very early on when he was doing the media with real media interviews, and it didn't seem like he had her back much at all, and he didn't defend her like a normal husband would. You know, it was really odd to me that, and the way, I know everyone's talked about this as well, but the way he takes ownership of Summer's love and that she didn't want Candace and gloating over that, that's not okay. Like, that's concerning right there. But, Jesus. It makes it more personal for me. It breaks my heart. Yeah, I think that's the same for everyone, Kathy. Me too, Sarah. It's just, yeah. I have 3 grown-up children, like I've told you before, and 5 grandchildren. And I would be completely beside myself. I would be on here out in the streets, like I wouldn't stop ever. But that's why it's so frustrating for everyone else, because our brains can't get around their behaviours because it's so unnatural. And the monotone, even keel of the way they speak, there's no there's never been any urgency in anything they say, ever. And that's the other thing that's doing my head in completely, is the fact that whenever they're asked a question about summer, it's always the same stories. The twirling. Her favourite meal is fries and candy. Like, the exact same stories over and over and over. And that's not normal either to me. That's unnatural. It's like there's a little script and he just keeps repeating himself over and over again. My son is nearly 5 and you'd have to get through me first before anyone laid a finger on him. And that's a natural, normal, parental, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, Sarah. You know? It's so horrible. Who brings kids Tic Tacs as a treat? Yeah, I know. Did anyone notice on the interview they did on TV, Candace had her top on? Yeah, I did. I did notice that. I couldn't, yeah, the no bra thing. Like, each to their own. Whatever you want to do, but yeah, I don't understand how you could not. Like, I won't walk out to put the washing on the line left. I've got a bra on, you know. It's just a different way of life, that side of it for them, I think. I don't know. I don't understand. Talk about first impressions. Yeah, I know. Does it? The shed still bothers you, Red Eye? Yeah, I don't know. The little shed or the one down on the road? Because the shed down on the road, yes, 100%. The one that he drove round to the other day that Chris McDonough went to. Yeah, I get that same feeling there too. But the little shed where Chris thought Don was hiding, yeah, that I wasn't too concerned about that. He said he would always bring Summer a bag of candy. Yeah. I've just got to put my cat outside, guys. So I'll be back in a minute, but I'll keep playing this for you.
So I don't know what happened there, but
Yes, there's no. Yes, we can't really talk on it, Bobby. Or I want to. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry. Somebody.
thanks,
Cass,
Kaz.
thank you. B. Someone asked when is the wedding. They won't answer me. What colors are the wedding?
Not too sure what the colors are going to be, but we're shooting for 2/22/22.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that'll happen.
Yeah,
We'll see.
COVID's really
Oh my
throwing a
gosh,
wrench into that.
Scarlett. Thank you.
Thank you, Scarlett.
There was a question I wanted. Looks invisible. No, I won't let
Yeah.
him. It's hard though when it's every day, all day. Yeah, I lose my shit. And do I feel bad for it? No, I don't. It is what it is. And I mean, think of how I was. If this Ash and Emmy, hi, but you guys think of how I was before Mr. Shearer. Like really, like I would have been snapping
Oh,
something around.
she'd be making video after video about all
Oh,
these
and they would be
people.
getting really good views, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But no. COVID is messing with everything anymore. Or well, Canada is still crazy. Even the people who are fully vaccinated apparently sometimes are getting told. I guess they get. I don't know how they're choosing, but still have to quarantine possibly. So Well, they're saying it's open. That's the huge thing. Like politically, they're saying, well, they're saying the borders are open, but they're not really open. It's bad. So obviously, I'm not going to get married without my kids being there. So that's
Yeah.
the other thing. Also, they have to come here, or we got to go there. So there's a bunch. So if I can't on 2/22/22, it'll have to wait, and that's okay. And no, we're not trying to do something hella fancy or whatever.
No.
Just simple and yeah.
Yeah, right, Caroline? It seems like it's constant. Just bad news constantly.
Mm.
Sue Ellen from Paris.
Oh, other people were creepy. Oh, I think I get it now. Yeah. Other channels, maybe. Yeah. Oh, creepy because they were talking about people's junks, maybe. Was that where we were at? I
Mm.
don't know. And you guys are all, it is a lot more love than hate. I know that. And I made some
Mm.
really good friends. I'm my husband through YouTube, I know that. And, I thought about my teeth look bad and this and that before making a channel, but I still have a voice. Teeth are fixable.
But you know what I like about that? We're both missing the same tooth.
Well, I'm missing a couple teeth. But yeah.
Well, so am
But
I
yeah,
back there
whatever.
more. But yeah, we're
Mm.
both missing that one. I like that. Call me wacky.
It is what it is. I mean, I didn't care enough to let that stop me. So I was aware people would use that against me to try and hurt my feelings. And, good job.
Mm.
It does. It does the trick. So, I mean, if you're proud of yourselves, awesome. But a bunch of adults acting this way is, to me, it's just like, I don't understand it.
Yeah. We see you, FB. You are not blocked.
Maybe someday a dentist will team up with me and collab or something. I don't know.
Lynn,
I gotta say, I
Now
agree
she
with
wants
you.
a teeth
Yes,
done
I
for
do.
free.
Beautiful sunflower. Fuck you, haters.
Yeah.
Fuck you, mean. Yeah, he adores me, and that's all that matters, So,
I absolutely do.
I mean, they'll be fixed eventually. If you think that I'm happy and
Yeah, exactly. They want money for their teeth
looking in the
now.
mirror at myself, I'm not. And anything that these trolls and mean people say about me, I've said 10 times worse about myself. So
Yeah.
it's,
She's so good at
they
this
do hurt my
self-pity
feelings,
thing, isn't
and
she?
It's all day, every day, and it just doesn't
Like she's a
stop. It's
professional.
like, honestly, I get more sad because I'm like, what is happening? Like these are adults.
What?
And like,
Yeah, that's the weird thing. These are
some of these are
grown-ups.
parents.
Can you
Like,
imagine?
And
what their kids are gonna be like?
grandparents.
It hurts my feelings.
Oh, you poor little thing.
Yeesh.
Dirty deleting is when people like make posts or put up videos talking shit,
And then delete
and
it.
then they delete them.
I'm not deleting it.
That happens a lot with comments. They'll say something really nasty and then delete it before you can block them.
Oh, see, I
And
didn't
they'll
know
obviously
this.
probably block you, so you can't find
I
their
just
tab to
learned
block them,
something.
and then they can come back and do it again. But yeah, it's so like these are grown adults
That
You
don't
just think
beg
about
for
that,
money.
It's weird.
That don't support
grown-ups
SA
act like that.
abusers.
Good night, beautiful sunflower.
Night, beautiful sunflower.
Have a good night, Kathy.
Yeah, everyone put it in the trolls.
Sweet dreams.
In the chat.
F the trolls.
F the trolls.
Parents are worse than most kids. Well, on YouTube they sure are. But God, what are those kids going to be like when they grow up? That scares me. Like I've said for years, we're regressing as a species. Like we are literally getting dumber.
Yeah, because you're
But-
supporting people
oh my
abuse their
God.
children.
Vicky C, welcome to the Crazy Train.
Vicky C.
Crazy Train is huge, you guys. You want to know how many passengers we have?
You
We
must have
don't really
110
care.
by now.
I don't know. I want to check though.
Uh,
And
The rest of it's just blubber and rubbish, as the rest of it is. So, yeah. Guys, I just don't know. But, please, if you're not subscribed to Doug at No Thanks, go over there and get off the pity pot. Yeah, exactly. get off that pity pot. I just, yeah, I don't do pity parties. I'm sorry. And grown adults should be promoting get off your butt and get a job. And so it's, would they be happy with their kids having GoFundMes to pay off their credit cards and everything else that they've accumulated through their poor financial management? Is that what they're saying is a good thing? Because to me, that's not okay. Oh, thank you, Newport Marina. Thank you for that. That's lovely. I'm still feeling my feet big time, but yeah, we'll get there eventually, I guess. I just wanted to try and keep the focus on summer and, you know, the right things about what should be happening. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not. I really don't. I just, as I said, I can't sit down and go off a scripted. I just feel better coming on and saying things that I feel rather than a script. It's just more personable too, I think. And we're in lockdown in Australia right now, in New South Wales. I think the whole of Victoria today also went into lockdown. And I will start using my cam. It's just that my hair needs doing so badly. I look like a bit of a lost cause right now. But I have two hairdressers. My daughter-in-law's a hairdresser and my daughter's a hairdresser, but they don't live with us. So they can't come to my house and I can't go to their house to get the hair sorted. But I'm not vain in any way, but I will start using the cam very soon. And I can't wait till I can mobile stream, but you have to have 1,000 subscribers. And I'm not in this to get 1,000 subscribers so that I can earn money. That's not even in my thought process. I would just love to be able, because I am from Australia and most of you guys are in America, I'd like to go for a little drive around and show you parts of Australia and, you know, maybe the odd kangaroo and things like that, as well as what we all have in common in the crime world. I think that would be so cool, because we're in the rural areas, so we could go out to a couple of Aussie farms and I can show you. We've got canola blooming right now and it is so beautiful. So if you know anyone that will subscribe, and we can get to that 1,000 viewer thing so I can go mobile and leave the laptop, that would be so cool, to take you out and show you our canola paddocks. It's just a beautiful part of the country, and I'd love to be able to share that with you guys over there. Oregon coast here. I have a sis in Australia. Really? Whereabouts in Australia? If you don't want to say, that's fine. But yeah, and then if I go on road trips, I can take you guys with me and stuff like that. It doesn't all have to be serious, or you can still talk about stuff while we're visiting different locations and things. Yeah, we don't have any koalas right here in our little town, but there's some about an hour's drive away. We could go and see them, and yeah, I think that would be really cool to do. So it's going to take a while to get to 1,000, but it's a little goal. We'll get there eventually. Koala Rescue on Netflix, and we love it. Yeah, there's lots of wildlife around here. thanks for coming in, Cat's-Eye. Thank you, all of you, so much for calling in and having a little chat. I really do look forward to it. Yesterday I was going to go live, but I had some kids stuff I had to do, and it was out of my ordinary schedule, so I had to keep changing it all the time. So thanks so much, guys. And hopefully we'll go live again tomorrow and we can have another little chat. I'm sure there'll be something else to talk about tomorrow. And I'll see you all then. I know there's more to Australia than koalas. It just looks amazing out there. I have a friend who moved to Oz and she never looked back. Yeah, it is a great country. We're very lucky. And I grew up in Sydney and moved to the country like as a teenager, but I still love going to Sydney. Sydney's like my place. Sydney Harbour Bridge, Opera House. I just love it in there. Anyway, guys, I'll let you all go and get some sleep. Thanks again for coming in and having a chat with me. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow, hopefully. Sweet dreams. Be nice to each other, to the good people. Be nice. Be nice to everybody until they make you think otherwise. Good night.